Good morning, Pally. I'm Alex Beaudry, and today is March 6th. Unfortunately, we do not have a daily pick today. We want to see what you're up to. Send in your picks via Twitter at Pally Infocus or email us at bulletin@infocusnews.tv. Here's today's campus bulletin. All senior portrait yearbook pages are now posted in the MAC on the computer lab window. In the next week, students are asked to double check to make sure that yearbook staff have the right photo, that names are listed correctly, and that senior quotes are correct. If you notice any issues, please contact Julie Dengate, Lauren Koyama, or Mr. Wilson. And the Bell Schedule Review Committee is hosting student forums this week. Today, a forum will be held in room 813 during lunch. Snacks will be provided. Make your opinion on the new Bell Schedule options heard. Service Day site leaders must attend a mandatory training meeting in room 215 on Wednesday, March 8th. Students who have already signed up should remember that waivers are due Friday, March 9th to room 215. Students who do not turn in their waivers, they will not be able to go. Contact pallycsinteract@gmail.com for more information. Students have a great opportunity to share their opinions and experiences with teachers tomorrow during Tuesday Flex. There will be tea and snacks and a hangout and discussion with teachers in the English Writing Center, allowing students to share their thoughts and opinions. Lastly, those hoping to run for ASB positions should be reminded that packets for ASB elections are due tomorrow after school at the SAO. Well, today is Monday, and that means it's time for This Week in History. Because today is a B-Day, I guess I'll be your historian. As they say, remember the Alamo. Today marks the day in 1836 that after 13 days, the Alamo finally fell to Mexican forces, as well as the lives of many American legends, including Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett. Hey you, in the back of the room. Yeah, you. Put down your phone. That little handheld device wouldn't have been possible if tomorrow, in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell wasn't granted a patent for the telephone. But he was, and the telecommunications were born. Bell didn't waste any time either, as we will see in a moment. On Wednesday in 1948, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that religious instruction in public schools was unconstitutional. The ruling still holds today, but the issue of religion and public schooling has remained a hotly contested debate for over 6 decades. Love her or hate her, few can deny that the Barbie doll is an iconic part of American toy history. Barbie made her debut on Thursday in 1959 at a toy fair in New York City. And finally, back to my good buddy, Mr. Bell. Friday in 1876, only 4 days after being granted the patent, Alexander Graham Bell made the first telephone call to Thomas Watson, saying, "Watson, come here. I need you." Hey, Abbott! Iconic comedian Lou Costello of the comedy team Abbott and Costello was born today in 1908 and would be celebrating his 109th birthday today. Costello's portrayal of the not-so-smart clown contrasted against Abbott's straight man role provided us with some amazing comedy routines, including the epic Who's on First routine. Want to join Pally in Focus? Want to join or another Pally broadcast class? There are 4 broadcast classes being offered next year, including KPLY Radio, Broadcast Journalism, aka Infocus, Client Production, which will cover events in the MAC and more, and an Intro to Broadcasting class. If you're interested in any of these or have questions, you can find Mr. H in MAC 204 or send him an email at phoperich@pausd.org. Now on to sports. The boys lacrosse team had a match against MA on Friday. Unfortunately, MA proved to be too much for our Vikes and they ended up losing 9-4. Girls lacrosse had a game as well on Friday against Los Altos and completely crushed the competition, beating them 14-1. Pally Swimming had their first league meet this Friday against Monte Vista. The girls won easily, however the meet was very intense for the boys. The meet was tied going into the last event, however the Vikes' 400 free A relay got disqualified, resulting in a devastating loss for the boys. The baseball team won their game on Saturday against Menlo School and ended up pulling ahead by a score of 7-1. The boys basketball team had their CCS championship game on Saturday, winning the game by 3 points over Los Gatos. The girls team also had their CCS championship game on Saturday and ended up beating Los Gatos by a score of 41-52, or 52-41, but whatever. So both the boys and girls basketball teams are now the CCS champions. Congratulations to all the players and coaches. Great job. You can get the latest news from Infocus anytime, anywhere by checking us out at our newly designed website. Rewatch old episodes, check the announcements in our bulletin section, or watch previously aired stories at www.infocusnews.tv. And be sure to check or like and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Until next time, have a great day.